All right, let's just check to see if my technology is working today. We've not been 100% the last couple of lives. So let's just check here. All right. Looks like there we go. Okay, good. Welcome everyone. I am Jenny Ponzurek. And my background is in the wonderful field of school psychology. I've been part of this field for over 20 years. Nowadays, I get to help support school districts in a lot of different ways. I get to do lots of trainings, either in person or virtual. I also support school psychologists more directly through a couple of membership sites as well. I am the founder of PSW Monthly, as well as the Prepared School Site community. I was actually just hanging out with a couple of our members of our Prepared School Site community, getting their feedback on what they love about our community and what they're hoping that maybe we can add as we're thinking about next school year as well. But I'm actually hanging out with all of you today to talk about a different topic, which is summer boot camp. So for those of you who don't know, summer boot camp is something that I started. This is going to be our 4th summer doing this. I cannot believe it. I started summer boot camp 4 years ago because I kept seeing all of these different posts, whether it was in some of our fun school psych Facebook groups or on social media. A lot of questions, especially from people who are just finishing up their internship and are so excited to start in our field in the upcoming fall. And they ask lots of great questions like, what should I be doing this summer to prepare? I think a lot of people would always be like, take a nap. You should sleep. That's how we prepare, right? But a lot of people are wondering, like, what do I need to know, right, to help me get ready? And so I originally started this with kind of that newer school psychologist in mind. And I have to tell you, it has definitely expanded because now we provide sessions not just for that newer school psych in mind, but we found that we have a lot of people who, whether they've been in this field for a year or for 20 years, who of course are always looking to make sure that they're keeping up to date with all of the wonderful information that's available. So let's talk about what Summer Boot Camp 2023 is going to look like. I'm not going to be able to give you all the different specifics because we're still ironing out last minute details. We are still getting some thumbs up from a couple of our presenters, but we're really hoping to have all of the schedule and exactly when are certain sessions all ready for you as we can. But for right now, let me tell you what I can tell you. So Summer Boot Camp 2023, we are going to be hosting this for 2 weeks during the summer, July 10th through the 21st. And those 2 weeks, we're going to have 1 session per day. In the past, sometimes we've done 2 sessions, sometimes 3. I just have to tell you, it's summer, right? We're always trying to balance things, right? To find that nice harmony during the school year between work and our home life. And I just found that during the summer, having 3 sessions was not good balance for all of us, right? We want to feel balanced, right? We want to feel prepared, but we don't want to feel overwhelmed. 3 sessions was just a little too much. So we're going to do 1 session a day. And if you are immediately thinking, oh my goodness, July 10th through the 21st, speaking of balance and harmony, you're going to be on vacation. You're going to be at the beach. You're going to be working on your tan. You're going to be reading a book that has nothing to do with school psychology. Guess what? We record everything. We record everything, and all of our live trainings are going to be recorded, and the replays will be made available, and people can listen to them up until October 31st. So we give you a couple of months to be able to listen to those. So of course, we'd love for you to be there live so that if you have questions for any of our presenters, they are able to ask your questions and get them answered right away. But if you are going to be actually spending those 2 weeks, I don't know, someplace fabulous or just at your home, not listening to content about our field, we've got you covered as well. All right. But we picked these 2 weeks because we're trying to find, I just have to tell you, it is hard to find time that everyone is off. So yes, we purposely picked the summertime because most people have a really hard time attending conferences during the school year because we're too busy trying to get our work done. And so we all want to continue our lifelong learning in this field. We want to all make sure that we are, getting information about new topics that are available. So we try and pick 2 weeks that a lot of people aren't usually working, although for some of you might actually still be back at work. Some of you work summer. We did our best we could. All right. So it's a little bit after the 4th of July, but before most school psychologists have to report back to their school districts. That was our intention. But again, if you are working during that time, you can either come live, or if you got to be working, you can listen to the replays. All right. So 1 session per day. We're going to do them, I'm almost positive, but the details soon enough, 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. So you don't even have to wake up early. Right? For all of you on Pacific Standard, if you're in Hawaii, it's going to be a little early for you, right? But California on over, we should be able to be awake by that time, right? And for some of you in different time zones, you might be awake from your nap by that time, right? These are things I like to do during the summer. Take naps. Okay. What else do you need to know? So we have content that can help whether you're still a school psych student. If you're a practicum student, you're starting your internship. You're going in your first year, your second year, your third year. You're hanging out and doing a fun 4th year or 5th year because you're in a doctoral program. Guess what? We've got sessions that are intended for people that are really still learning about the field. We have sessions that are intended to help support people. I love to use the word newer. I remember when I was an intern finishing up my internship, my supervisor at the time told me to give myself 3 years. Nowadays, I hear everyone says 5 years. You got to give yourself somewhere between 3 and 5 years to actually feel like you know what you're doing. The first year, you're just trying to get through the year in one piece. The second year, you can't believe they let you be a school psychologist last year. You're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was doing that year. Then usually around your third year, you're like, I kind of sort of know what's going on. And then usually someone changes your assignment, right? All of a sudden you're working preschool and you have to start all over again. Or all of a sudden you're at the continuation high school and you used to be at the elementary level. You got to figure out stuff all over again, right? So you got to give yourself about 3 to 5 years. But as I mentioned, we even got veterans. I've been in this field for over 20 years. I love summer boot camp because while I get to talk at some of the sessions and I do love presenting, I love that I get to host it because I get to go to all the sessions. I get to hear all of the different topics. I'm out there taking notes because there's still so much information. It is so hard to know everything about everything, right? And it's hard because our principals think we know everything about everything and we don't, right? So we've got sessions for everyone. All right, we're going to kind of group them, I think, into 2 different groups. Again, we're going to have details in just a couple of weeks, but we're going to kind of have like the newer group, and then we're going to have like the improving my practices kind of group. And of course, if you want to join both groups, right? We're not like checking your credential date at the door, right? You get to like look at all of the topics that we have and sign up for what you want to sign up for. So if you've been to summer boot camp in the past, you know that I always try and make these super affordable for everyone. So we're going to continue with that. I'm not going to have the exact number right now, but it's going to be super affordable. Whether you want to come to 5 newer school psych sessions or 5 improving my practice sessions or 10 sessions, you want to come to something every day of the week for 2 weeks, we're trying to make it super affordable for everyone. Okay, so we're double checking a couple more details, but we're going to have that soon. I promise you. Why else do we want to do this? What else is about summer boot camp? And this continues to be like one of our values, one of our missions about summer boot camp is really just hanging out with like-minded psychs who want to feel prepared, right? And I think it's a good word that a lot of us feel like that's what we want to walk in every day, right? Like we're prepared for this meeting. We're prepared. I might not know all the answers because there's no way for me to know all the answers. But I know how to figure out some answers, or I know who to talk to help me figure out those answers, right? So some of our sessions, yes, are going to give some content knowledge. Some of our sessions are going to remind us about the whole process of questioning things, right? And using our problem solving skills, because there's not one book out there that explains the answer to every single kid we're ever going to encounter. Kids are complex and unique. Those are things we need to be taking into consideration there. All right. So if you want to kind of hang out with some like-minded psychs who are hanging out in a place during the summer, really just they're improving their practices, so they're wanting to walk into this fall 2023 prepared, we've got some sessions for you, right? We've got sessions for you about organization. We've got sessions for you about explaining results succinctly. I will tell you, that is one of the blog posts that we have gotten the most traction. Most people, if you haven't checked it out, head over to my website right now, go under resource, go to blog posts. We have one in there about explaining results succinctly. We got such wonderful feedback about that. I was like, I'll do a whole session about that. Let's go more in depth. Let's give some examples of what that means, right? So we've got sessions for lots of different topics. I am so excited about these. So if you want to feel more prepared about organization, you want to feel more prepared about explaining results, you want to feel prepared if someone's going to use the word dyslexia or dyscalculia, we're going to have a session about that. If you want to feel prepared and you want to like draw some lines in the sand and get some boundaries ready for this upcoming school year, because you kind of lost them a little bit along the way last school year, we've got a session for you about that too. Okay? We want you to feel prepared. That is going to be our key word, right? Okay. So for right now, we're just asking people to get on the wait list if you want to be one of the first to know about when we open up registration. We are opening up registration in a couple of weeks. As I mentioned, we want to be ready for it with all of the details. So we are making sure that we've got all of our presenters confirmed, the times and dates for everyone confirmed, so we can be like, bam, here is our schedule. Sign up for the sessions that you want. So you're going to be able to either sign up for 5 sessions for the psychs, 5 sessions for improving my practice, or for those of you who just are those people, we've got 10 sessions. You can sign up for all 10 sessions as well. We're going to have all of that information ready for you in a couple of weeks. If you want to get on that wait list right now, so you get that email the minute our doors open, so that you can jump on in and register, maybe talk to your school district if they have some leftover money they'd love for you to go get some learning on this summer, we're going to have a purchase order form for you as well. Okay, so as we are doing all of that, all you need to do is go over to my website right above my picture here, jennyponzurek.com, and under resources, you're going to see Summer Bootcamp waitlist. It's the first thing on that list. All right, just put in your name and your email address, and then we will let you know as soon as registration opens. Because of course, we're going to have some freebies for those of you who get on it and sign up first. All right, if you sign up within the first week or the first month, we're going to have bonuses for you. We're going to have extra content that's going to be available for you if you sign up right away. If you don't sign up right away, that's fine. You just don't get access to those bonuses for free. No worries, you still get all those sessions, right? At an affordable price. That is something that is really important to me, to make sure that if you are still a student and you are still just trying to make it through on that little bit of money that you might have right now, or whether you're a brand new school psych and you are trying to pay off those student loans, or whether you're a veteran school psych, all of these options are available. All right. So I just want to double check and see if there's any comments that are here. I thought I saw a comment in Instagram there. Okay. There was a question. They said this is not related to the topic. I'll still love to talk to you about it. Do I have any workshops for prospective LEPs? So that's a California term, licensed educational psychologist. I will tell you, I did for a really, really long time, and I no longer offer those, but all you need to do is go over to empowerlep.com, find out all the information. That's who's taking that on right now. So you can just head on over to Empower, like I'm going to empower you, empowerlep.com, and you can find out all the information right over there. All right. As you are on the website, if you have any questions, I know I didn't give you all the details because we're still ironing out those last couple of details. If you have any questions though, if you go to my homepage on my website and scroll down near the bottom, there's a place for you to send questions to me. All right, happy to respond to those. I don't see any other questions on our live here. All right, I'll see you guys all soon. Bye everyone.